Hi guys, it's me Vanessa from the Stronger Together Fitness Project and welcome to day 2 of our clean eating challenge. Today I want to talk to you about 2 things that might be keeping you from buying healthy and thinking that maybe you can't afford it. These are some pretty basic pitfalls that I think a lot of people fall into. I know I fell into both of them. And the first one is sort of the overachiever all-in sort of syndrome, and this is definitely what I do. So when I'm like, okay, I know I need to be healthy, I'll go over to my Whole Foods, which I don't usually shop there every week, but I'll go there and I will just buy everything. I'll buy like, oh, I need organic coconut sugar. Oh, I need, a huge bag of quinoa. Oh, I need all the fresh herbs. And, I'll just like totally overkill and buy all this stuff, like this giant jug of raw honey. And, it's all good stuff, but I'll buy it all at once because I'm just like, all right, let's do this. And then I get to the register and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't sustain this. I can't spend this much every week. But of course, a lot of those things are things that maybe you buy once and then they last you for several months sometimes. So don't let that discourage you if you do decide to go all out. Just realize that your initial grocery trip is going to be a little bit more expensive, but it probably won't be like that every single week. And then also, if you can just pace yourself, which is something that I have so much trouble with, but if you can pace yourself and just change maybe one thing per week, just add one thing to your grocery list per week and just make it a gradual change, because it's like the tortoise and the hare. If you go all out but then you give up, you're not going to get as far as someone who makes small changes and just keeps going, just keeps chugging along. You will probably, after 3 months or less, see that your diet is drastically different if you can keep up some small changes and just add a new one every week, and it might be a little easier on your budget. And the second thing that might be a little difficult, or it might keep people from buying healthy, and this is something I did, is I would go to the store and I would want to eat healthier, so I would add like a ton more fresh produce. I would add a ton more, healthier options, but I would still continue to buy the same stuff that I used to buy before, the same snacks, the same, sort of unhealthy things that I would buy before, like cookies and crackers and all sorts of stuff, fruit snacks for the kids, juice, whatever. And so I'm buying everything I used to buy, but then I'm buying like $30-40 worth of extra produce because I want to be healthier. And then it's like, well, I can't sustain that additional cost. But what I would challenge you to, and this is going to take probably everyone out of their comfort zone, I know it took me out of mine, is see what you can take out of your grocery list that is not so healthy, so that when you add in the healthier foods, your budget isn't so affected. So for me, a big thing was snacks. Snacks are usually what wrecks people's diets anyways, and I would buy, goldfish for the kids, and then crackers for me, and then chips, and then some cookies, and maybe some fruit snacks. And, before I knew it, snacks are really expensive, and they're not really that good for you. And so it might be a little scary because you might think, well, what am I going to eat? If my kids are wanting a snack, what am I going to give them? But if you don't have it in your house, you're going to choose the healthier options. My kids love fruit. So I'll just give them an apple. I'll give them some pineapple chunks. I'll give them half of a banana, or even I'll give them like a piece of whole grain toast with almond butter. And that's better than fruit snacks. It's going to fill them up. It's going to actually give them some nutrients that they need. And it helps me to still be able to buy the healthy foods without having my budget totally wrecked, because I'm not buying some of those old foods that I used to buy, because there has to be some give. If you're going to increase the amount of fresh produce and good meats, healthy meats that you want to add in, that's going to make your diet cleaner, then you're going to have to give up some of the junk. But it's good. And so don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to make those sacrifices. And I hope that these 2 sort of pitfalls that I've fallen into in the past are not something that keeps you from making healthy choices and getting a cleaner diet. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.